It's time to take a look at one of the most critically acclaimed movie franchises of all time. Today on Quickie Reviews, I'm going to take a look at the Mission Impossible franchise and review all 6 films back to back to back to see if this franchise deserves the title it often receives. This coming strictly from me, someone who has never seen any of these before, and giving my personal thoughts on each of them. It may seem impossible now, but hey, they've done impossible things 6 times. Okay, that sounds really stupid. Anyways, let's take a look at the widely critically acclaimed Mission Impossible franchise to see if it's overrated or gets what it deserves. Rogue Nation is awesome, but not nearly as awesome as Ghost Protocol in my humble opinion. Action is spectacular with great scenes like the opera scene and an awesome car motorcycle chase scene. Plus, a really cool stunt where he hangs onto the side of a plane. And once again, Ethan's team is spectacular and likable. Also, I really liked the whole idea of the Syndicate, which is basically the whole plot is they have to fight these guys. And you know what? I was actually really fine with that. Because the Syndicate are all also skilled agents, it allowed for some more fun and definitely more action-packed fight scenes than previous movies. And I just thought it was really cool, a lot of the stunt work in this one. Also, I thought the villain of Solomon Lane was really interesting. He's very soft-spoken and human, but very, very threatening when he's on screen. He felt like the Moriarty to Ethan, in my opinion. But I don't really think this was the best movie they could have given me. And here is why. It's because the biggest problem I have is Rogue Nation follows the same plot as Ghost Protocol, where the IMF is disavowed at the beginning, and then they come back together at the end, and it really didn't mean anything. Except with Ghost Protocol, that actually was kind of cool, how basically, because they were the only ones left in the team, their entire mission was to break the rules. While here, Ethan just goes rogue, because Ethan goes rogue. It didn't add much, and was kind of boring, I guess, that they had to reuse that plot point, but other than that, Rogue Nation is an adore score out of me. So I finally saw Mission Impossible Fallout, and I literally can't think of a single problem I had with this film. Fallout is the best of the franchise, and one of the best action movies I've seen in years. Period. The plot of Fallout is basically a bunch of agents from the Syndicate stole a bunch of plutonium, and now they want to blow everyone up. So, the usual. But you know what? I actually was really genuinely shocked at how this whole thing is actually a deconstruction of the franchise and Ethan himself. They mention things like how Ethan's gone rogue multiple times and how people have betrayed him, and yet he's still going out on missions, and you're like, yeah, why is this guy still going out on missions? And then you have things like they have a couple of great scenes where they go into Ethan's psyche and his morals and how much he cares about his team. I think this is easily Ethan at his best character-wise. I do think MI3 did a good job at that, but yeah, I was blown away with what they did here. It reminds me a lot of Season 8 of Ninjago, where that's also a deconstruction of its entire, franchise. So, yeah, I really do like when movies or shows just decide to deconstruct things. But I gotta also put it to the nail here. The cast and cinematography are great. Everything is great. Best action of the entire franchise. I was at the edge of my seat constantly. It was all well shot, all suspenseful. I loved every second of the action. It was so good. Easily worth seeing on the big screen for me, and if I could think of a single problem I had, it was maybe that there's a lot of stuff from the other movies, and if you haven't seen any of the other movies, you'll be really confused. But you know what? I know a lot of people didn't see Rogue Nation before seeing this, and they were fine, I guess. So, Yeah, I guess that might be just subjective to me. But yeah, overall, I'll give Fallout an Adore score. That's all of them. So, my final verdict on the Mission Impossible franchise may come all to you as a surprise, but I don't think this is the best action franchise of all time. I really don't. I think that when it sets its best, like with Ghost Protocol and Fallout, it can achieve it. But I really can't say this is necessarily the definitive action series right now, even if I can now call myself a Mission Impossible fan. So, is that necessarily a bad thing? Not really. Because even if I don't think this is supposedly the best of the best, I would highly recommend it for anyone who wants a fun and action-packed franchise. Sure, they get repetitive and predictable pretty fast, like first movie fast, but every film tries something slightly different to make up for it and always seems to have some old tricks up its sleeve. And, well, there you go. So now, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to check out the franchise yourself and see what you think. Good luck on your mission. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.